Today is May 13, 2026. It is 4:01. I was just looking at my estimate for PYTE. That number never shift. Even though I don't have a video every single day for PYTE, but at least there should be a slight little shift by pennies. Oh my god. Whew. Anyway, this is video number 2. Video number 1 is on Happy Team Sussex. I was talking about the award that Kate is gonna be receiving, and then the squad put some stuff about Meghan, things that Meghan have been doing before being with Harry. There's an interview with Larry King. I need to record this by itself, so I have it. So go on Happy Team Sussex to check those out. So let's continue regarding the Sussexes at Disneyland. All right, so this is the first tweet, right? 74, yeah. Derangers and the press. Happy Mother's Day. Where is Meghan? Happy Easter. What has Meghan posted? Merry Christmas. What's Meghan's up to? Good morning. Was Meghan outside? Also them. OMG. Why is Meghan so attention seeking? Can she go away? Meanwhile, Meghan. Yeah. That was during Mother's Day. Her with Miss Doria. And look at the kids in the back. There's Archie and there's Lili, minding their own business. All right, their overbearing obsession is unbelievable. Exactly, I know, right? I'm totally convinced that if Meghan went silent on her IG, they lose their mind. Jobs and homes, such a lovely thought for that to happen to them. There's that here. Whatever's here, that let me just read everything. People love Kate but hate Meghan. It's unfair. That's the issue. So well said. She's living life like it's golden and unbothered by Salty Island. 100%. There's the laughy, the insanity, and derangement. You forgot good afternoon and good evening. Seriously, I have never seen such attention seeking. God bless them both, but please go have a nice life. Let's go to the next tweet. Yeah, the day of Mother's Day, the exact day. Pretty much everybody was enjoying themselves, but the Derangers, the royal rats, were on social media saying, what happened to Meghan? She was enjoying her day. Alright, next tweet. Derangers made up a lie that sponsor about dropping out the Invictus Games. Now there's an announcement of a new sponsor of the game. Oh my god. I feel so bad. Keep in mind, I'm the only one who's running everything, and I have my own little life to take care of. There's so much going on with Invictus. I should be posting on our Port of Pew service. That's my other channel. Yeah, there's a new sponsor for Invictus. I did not put anything on that on my list. I'll try. One day, I'll sit down and do a video of everything that I left behind for our Port of Pew service. This is why those people are called deranged, by the way. Alright, let's pause this. I just feel sorry for the old ladies who believe the lies and scams of the YouTubers. Yeah. Okay, so did anybody put it? Okay. Invictus Game Birmingham 2027. We're proud to welcome Deloitte UK as an official partner. Okay, so this is it. I did see it on my timeline. For some reason, I think I liked it. So when I'm ready to go on my like folder to get it, but I didn't put it on the list. So this is what they're talking about. Official partner of the Invictus Games Birmingham 2027. Read more about the partnership here. All right. So there's that. They will learn every day that they know nothing, but will they learn the lesson? But the Derangers make up so much about IGs, even when they are shown proof that what they are saying is lies, they refuse to believe it. Yeah, people like that, you just leave them alone. Alright, Derangers. Let's go. Yeah, I read everything. Let's go. Next tweet. I thought I was going to talk about, okay, it's further down. Lili at Disneyland. Okay, I have more. It's cute. After 10 years, they still think there is a real Bulliam and Kkkate fandom. It's just quote, I'm obsessed with Harry and Meghan, end quote, look, praise or criticism, who cares? At this point, royal YouTube channels, books, royal socials, all build promo around Harry and Meghan. Job done. Alright, what is that? British Prince. There are definitely two sets of groups, royal watchers and Megxit ladies. Some of you ML have posted about that pleb 14 times plus retweets, so a total of 17, and posted hardly anything about the real royals. Post whatever you want, it's your choice, but it's the Megxit ladies who clearly care far too much about everything she does and who can't seem to ignore her. At least the Sussex squad can and do go on a mute challenge and can tune out and ignore everything from the royals. People, please don't complain about Marco if you're obsessing over her every move. The way she has control over you, Megxit ladies, is hilarious. Marco, quote, I need them to stop talking about something I don't want them to talk about. I know I will put something on my Insta. Dudes, stop maniacally sharing Marco's pathetic content. So they're finally getting it that they the one who's complaining about Meghan, but yet they're sharing and talking about Meghan. So they're starting to get it. Okay, pure jokes. This is peak entertainment for me. I just love it. This has become my new favorite pastime, watching them jump at each other's throat. Are they finally getting the hint that their smear campaign fell? I think they are starting to get it. These people are all such a-hole. Alright, so I don't know who they are, but there it is. Let's move on. Okay, I really thought these were gonna be about the Sussexes and Disney. Alright, next tweet. Can someone who isn't black by RNN Royal News comment? Radiant, effortless, serene, statuesque, elegant, refined, someone you can never be, and something you can never do. Understand this post. Okay, so what the heck is this? Okay, so she's saying to whoever is not black by her to post what I just read here under that particular tweet she took the screenshot of. Alright, so there's the thing. What the heck is this? Oh, in one of the tweets the other person was talking about that. There's a tweet that was making reference to that. But anyway, so if for instance I'm not black by her, I don't want to go in her comment and her post and saying that to go and pretty much paste this under this particular tweet. She took a screenshot of it. Understand this point. Alright, so who cares? Let them be. Alright. Ugly sees ugly, and that's that. RNN still eating pies and sitting on her ASS, hating all day, does not get her anywhere except her concludes. There's the laugh here. Sorry, she blocked me because I asked her exactly the same question with her own picture. Let's leave these people alone. Let's move on. Oh, God. Next tweet. Meghan followers. Alright, Meghan is that girl. I mean, clearly, who else get a whole story from a simple profile pic change? Her impact. That's why People magazine is talking about it. Meghan Markle changes her Instagram profile picture for the first time. Alright, so there's that here. Okay, wait till the tabloid shames. Okay, so that's that. Let's go to the next tweet. I saw this and I thought I'd share it. I don't know how recent it is. Okay, Meghan on board. I guess flight attendants. There they are here. She took picture with them. Imagine if it was from Australia heading back to California. So she took pictures with them. Alright, let's see here. Princess Diaries, Airline Edition, 35,000 feature and feeling a little royal. Thanks for the lovely crew pictures. This person here, it was a good day to fly. Thanks for treating the crew to a special day at Meghan. She tagged Meghan. So I don't know when. There's no date of reference from the screenshot. Oh my goodness, I wonder when and where destination. Yeah. What is that? Okay. I have tweets regarding Meghan Disney thing. Alright, so there's this here. I think this is the beginning of it. Of the set of tweets that I have regarding the Disney thing. Seeing Prince Harry with a family of his own, with a life of his own, making a great loving wife and two beautiful children with strong Spencer traits. Diana must be looking down, smiling proudly on her brave son Harry and his family. Let's see here.
Sit around at Windsor because I generally don't like England that much, and you know it's nice to be away from all the press and the papers and the general shite that they write. I don't want to sit around at Windsor because
it's playing again. So that's the picture here. Someone, I think I posted on my community board, or I probably have it on the list as well. Someone posted this picture by itself with a different caption, and I was looking at the way they're walking. You see their right leg pretty much in sync. They, my goodness, Archie is completely heavy. Look at his back, his shoulder is completely heavy. He's gonna have that Popeye forearm. There's heavy. This is something I've said a long time ago. Heavy has a huge forearm. Yep, they're working. Same synchronized. Absolutely right. Alright, so that's that. There's no more comment. Let's go to the next tweet. I just wanna stick to my list. Okay. I love the fact that while the haters are wasting their time hating Meghan, time they could have spent with their families, Meghan was at Disney with her little family, enjoying them and her life. At the end, who won? You're wasting your time hating her. Yankee die alone, remember? Or is that lady the hater that died? There's the picture again. There's Meghan with Miss Doria. And there's Lili and Archie in the back. There must be a I was gonna say there must be a table, but no, there's no table. Just enjoying. Archie hiding behind the pillar. There's Lili. Lili's in her zone. Maybe this is what Lili wanted. And Archie probably wants to see the Star Wars, you know, the boys type of things. That is so cute. Alright, so there's that here. Okay, well said. That is so true. I hope Yankee Wally suffered an agony and had no one at the end. Okay, you could read this. She's gone, whatever. Okay, thank God I never followed these people for me to know anything, for me to say anything. So, baggage for God. You could pause and read it. I'm not here for that. Unless something triggered my core where I have to respond, but whatever. Next tweet. Disneyland 2025 and 2026. Apparently, Sussexes love to celebrate in a Disney World. Alright, so that was 2025. You could see how much Archie have grown from last year, 2025. You see a heavy shoulder. When you look at the recent picture that I showed previously, that's heavy shoulder completely. There's Lili walking with her little, is that Mickey Mouse? There he is here. You see the shoulder? And next year's gonna be bigger. Meghan knows why she posted. It's for her fans. Alright, I think a lot of people who live in the West Coast visit it often. I know Vanessa Bryant posts about it a lot. She goes like every other day, lol. Meghan said Archie wanted a Disney birthday after seeing Lili's party. Really? Okay, I'm not aware of that. Is it Disneyland or Disney World? That's in California. Glad to see the kids having fun. Alright, there's one response. Disneyland is the original park in California. Thank you. I get the park mixed up all the time. More people probably gonna be going to California than the one in Florida, because the way Florida is running with MAGAs, I bet it's Lili's wish. She is such a little girl. But it was for Mother's Day. Maybe Meghan and Miss Doria wanted to do something that the kids enjoy. Because for Mother's Day, the thing, well, the hiking, it's my thing. I wanted to go hiking just to get some fresh air. But the bowling, the dinner where we went to eat, these are the kids' favorites, so I just went there. I didn't care. I just wanted to be with them. Yeah, I still haven't put that video together, what I did for Mother's Day. It will be for my members. Okay, I bet it's Lily's wish. She is such a little girl. Okay, I read that already. Hope Harry got to experience the park at midnight too. Archie is already dressing as his papa. Next tweet. More with Archie. Alright. He really does have Harry's build. He is also so tall. Yeah, a mini Prince Harry. Yeah, since he was a baby, he looked like Harry. There he is here. Alright, 1001% Prince Harry's feature frame, no doubt about it. With all the nutrition meals Meghan prepares, he's bound to grow tall and healthy. Soon he'll be taller than Meghan. Yeah, he is almost Meghan's height. He is definitely going to be tall. Yeah, he's already reaching Meghan's shoulder. Meghan is not that tall because the squad made sure of that. He's almost Meghan's height. He's definitely going to be tall. Alright, yep. And walks just like his father too. He is. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. Yeah, those pictures that Meghan posts is for her friend. The ones who were with her since the tick day, the suit days, all of that. She knows who her friends are. Why is Archie hiding? It's so wonderful to see Harry and Meghan's children having fun with their parents away from toxic royalbat, the House of Sussex. There he is hiding. Alright, Archie is avoiding those kisses. Little boys hate that. 7-year-old brain probably think he'll be required to kiss Sleeping Beauty since he's a prince. To tell you the truth, I don't even think the kids are aware of their status in terms of royalty. I don't think they're aware of it, but eventually they will. Okay, I think right now what Meghan and Harry are doing with the kids, just let them be kids. Then once they get older, eventually they're gonna be on social media, their friends at school gonna be talking about them and things like that. That's when I think they will tell them. Because when I think about Santa Claus and things like that, I took a long time before I tell my kids the truth about it. And after I told my oldest, well, it wasn't me who initiated. It's because my oldest kids from school were telling him things. And then I didn't want him to look stupid around his friends saying, oh, my mom said it's real. Then eventually I took him aside away from my youngest and told him, yes, it's not, if you have kids around you, I told him the truth. Then when my youngest get to a certain age, I told him as well. Ever since then, since the last time I told my youngest about the truth with Christmas never been the same anymore. Alright, I just give them money or they ask what they want. If they deserve it, they get it. There's no more secrecy, that anticipation for Christmas, putting present under the tree. There's none of that anymore in my house. Alright, that innocence is gone. So I think almost the same thing. I'm not at Harry and Meghan's level. I don't know how they're raising their kids. But I would assume they want the kids to enjoy themselves. And then when they get to a certain age, they will let them know. Because I think they still mesmerized by the fantasy of Disney and things like that. My weakness, Princess Diana's granddaughter, Princess Lilibet Diana, hugging Cinderella. Alright, so that's that. Is it though? Is it really her? No one knows who she is. No one has had proof. Come on. I don't even need to finish with this nonsense. Alright, somehow, some way, she may be related to Diana. However, they are not related to... okay. There they are here. Let me just black. I think they're there to just cause havoc. Alright, so you could read the next one. Let me pause this. Next tweet. This is the problem these people have. They can't leave the squad's post alone. Now, this is Lili's dress. Princess Lilibet's dress is from DÔEN. Okay, I don't know. Maybe it is. Alright, so there it is here. 7 to 16 girls. Alright, what is that? Sold out already? No, that's another version. There's that. My goodness, she grew really fast. Alright, there's more of that. The little princess was also wearing DôEN dress at the 4th of July parade in 2023. Wow. I'm just looking how fast she grows. Really fast. Okay. It was probably already sold out. Love her little pumps. Shoes. Yeah. Not this one. Where's the one she's hugging the... Is that the same one? When I see the picture again, the little shoes she's wearing, that was cute. I think I like it. If I had a little girl, I would buy it for her. Alright, so there's that. Let's go to the next tweet. The squad or something. Princess Lilibet's dresses. Alright, you could pause and look. I like that one. So there's all of these. Every time I see this picture of her, reminds me of Meghan. There's a picture of Meghan when she was young, the way she trying to like strike the pose. There's that. Meghan must have a lot of different variety of these. And the kids grow so fast. Our Lili loves pinks and flowers. You can tell she loves pink and flowers. For the dress, I think probably Meghan's choice. Maybe, yeah, the color might be her choice, but I don't know. I think it's Meghan's choice. Next tweet, let's pause this. Meghan at Disneyland with her kids, smiling, free fall from the palace. The crown costs £86 million a year and still can't buy happiness. She left for this and she's winning. Alright, so let me go through this really quickly, alright, because I can't show the thing properly anyway. So the squad put this together. Archie hiding. Okay, so there's that. That part. Still can't buy happiness. Alright, that's from the caption. These people can never be happy. The left behinders, not the Sussexes. The Sussexes are chasing happiness. Alright, wherever happiness is, that's where they want to be. But the others, they love to live in misery. Alright, let's see here. She didn't leave it. She uses her title every chance to get. You could pause and read that one. But it's William who kicked them out. Harry and Meghan wanted to do 50-50 to help the royal family and do their thing. Hey, they said no. She leaves and did her own thing. They actually freed them from the stupidity of things. So they're doing their own thing. Abolish the monarchy. You must be bitterly disappointed. They hang on to the royal title. I mean, Harry and Meghan, Harry wanted to relinquish it. Okay, let me put that. For just in case others who happen to see that comment and don't know the truth. Because Harry and Meghan wanted to give it up, relinquish it. Alright, so this is what I respond. Okay, at this point, you people are just pathetic with this nonsense. Harry wanted to give the title back. The royal family and government refused it. People like you did a petition to remove their title. Same result. What the F do you want them to do? Harry and Meghan names are their brand. Titles don't define them. Harry and Meghan can do without titles. Let's put the S. And here, let's put and instead of the slash. I have enough. Alright, so that's that. There's the, you could pause and read. Alright, where Harry and Meghan, in the 5th episode of the Netflix thing, Harry mentioned he wanted to relinquish it. They rejected it. Same thing. Reject. And then there's the petition. Rejected. So what the hell do they want him to do? So let's block this. I took a while to respond, to put this together. Let me move on. Next one. I have 3 more. Okay, needless to say, Meghan changed the course of history. Alright, so this is what they want Harry to do. To just walk behind him, and when he's doing any interview, joint interview, William will disrespect Harry. Alright, Harry was willing to do all of this, walk behind him, but William said no, he doesn't need him. So there's that. And there's Harry's family. He's doing his own thing. Alright. This is where I'm mentioning it. Well, the Sussexes are in sync. That's all. Alright, that's me, putting the arrow. Same leg, the right legs forward. There's Harry, Lili, Meghan, Archie. Same thing. They are in sync. And I was like, that's all. Alright, Prince Harry decided to leave after they were forced out. Syndrome Summit. That's a way of putting it. That's a way of putting it. Because many people, when they put on social media that Harry left, but it was William who pushed him out. This is a perfect way of putting it. Alright, Prince Harry decided to leave after they were forced out. Syndrome Summit. Meghan was not allowed to attend. She was in Canada with baby Archie. This is a perfect way of putting it. Okay, Prince Harry decided to leave after they were forced out. This is it. This is the correct way of putting it. So I don't need to correct that. Many times the squad put Prince Harry decided to leave. And I'm like, nah, not really. Because he wanted to stay. He mentioned it in the Oprah interview.
So in conclusion, if you'd had the support, you'd still be there?
Without question.
Yeah.
I'm sad that what's happened has happened. But I know, and I'm comfortable knowing that we did everything that we could to make it work. And we did everything on the exit process the way that it should have been
with
done.
as much respect.
With as much
and,
respect.
Oh my God, we just did everything we could to protect them.
And they wanted to leave in a correct way. There's a track record or definite way of putting it and say, you're out, you're not coming back, like you're fired kind of thing. All right, you want to make sure it is clear that you're not coming back. But I think the royal family wanted to create a gray area. Like right now, the nonsense that they're putting out here, the noise that they want him back and all of that, no. This is the confusion they wanted to create. But Harry and Meghan wanted to make sure it's final because they have their business they want to do. So yeah, this is the perfect way of putting it on social media. After they were forced out. Alright, Sandringham Summit, Meghan was not allowed to attend. And I think the reason they didn't allow Meghan to attend, she's right, I'm not saying it's wrong. The reason I think they didn't want Meghan to attend, because Meghan is too freaking smart. And they have more control of Harry. But what happened is that, I think, before Harry left Canada to go do the Sandringham Summit, obviously, they probably did a discussion. Meghan and Harry probably did a discussion where we gonna go. Our plan. Alright? The agenda. If the 50-50 was accepted, this is our plan. Okay? And the thing is that the royal family, in their heads, the left-behinders, they thought Harry was dumb. That's the advantage Harry had on them. Meanwhile, Harry is a freaking brilliant person. So in the left-behinders' mental understanding of Harry, Harry was dumb. Because when you look at interviews, past interviews, William and Harry did together, William always putting Harry down. So I would assume this is the mindset the institution had. But Harry is a freaking brilliant person. So since the institution did not want Meghan to attend, because they're already aware Meghan is brilliant and Meghan will stop them right away with their BS, so they wanted Harry alone. But again, keep in mind, Harry is brilliant. So before Harry left Canada, he probably had discussion with Meghan. If 50-50 were to be accepted, this is our plan. This is how we're going to move forward. If it was rejected, this is how we're going to move forward. That's what I would assume happened. So when Harry went to the Sandringham Summit and trying to push for the 50-50, because he knows his family. He knows what William can and cannot do. So, and Harry is a royalist. He loves his family. I don't think he wanted to detach himself from the royal family because that's part of him. That's where he grew up. He wanted that connection. But William cut that string and said, that's it. Either you all in, and I would assume that all in mean leave his family alone, don't be with his kids, don't be with his wife. Okay, I would assume that would be all out, all in with the royal family. So Harry was pushing for the 50-50. So William already put the thing in writing, and then when Harry saw the document and said, well, you could change it since this is what I'm saying, I want 50-50, change it. And they said, no, the pointer is broken. And this is where the squad pick up and keep thanking the broken pointer. Thank you, broken pointer. Yeah, we know it's not true, but that's what they told Harry because they wanted him out. And it worked very well. in favor of Harry, because now Harry and Meghan can do whatever they want. There's no, if it was 50-50, this is what I would assume the royal family will want to know. Pretty much their agenda, what they're gonna do for that year, and then the royal family will work around it to make sure each time Harry and Meghan gonna do something to interfere with it, or say, oh no, you cannot do that, or undermine. Let's say Harry's gonna do some stuff with some big company, will undermine it. You know, they will try to sabotage Harry and Meghan's plan. So yeah, this, I totally agree with that. The way it put, this is the way the squad should put it, so I don't have to keep on correcting them. All right. Prince Harry decided to leave after they were forced out. Syndrome Summit, Meghan was not allowed to attend. She was in Canada with baby Archie. All right, so I agree with that. Lili is going to have something pink. I bet she insisted on those shoes. She sure did. All right, so okay, I don't want to go into that. Let's go to the next tweet. I have two more after this one. Oh my god, I'm 31 minutes. Oh my god, this is long. I mean, I read everything. Yawn. As if we expected anything different from the jealous haters and derangers. Let's pause this. Derangers who constantly call Meghan what they are, jealous. Narcissistic, that's the B word. They are also jealous of the beautiful Meghan. I've seen some posts and comments, and I can honestly say that it's all jealousy and nothing more. They are extremely envious of the beautiful Meghan and the life she's living, the clothes she's wearing, etc. They wish they were beautiful like Meghan, living like Meghan, or living a life like Meghan. These people will never be happy. I really don't know what will make these people happy. If they look at themselves right now, their health, they should be happy with it, but they're always looking for misery. Let's continue. Oh yeah. And Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, doesn't have critics. She has jealous haters and derangers. To refer to those mentally unstable people as critics is akin to calling a mentally unstable patient a neurosurgeon. Alright, so there's that. Meghan Markle, as ever, promo, clips, draws, mockery, and praise. You could pause and read. I thought, I mean, when you look at the way Meghan is moving with her thing as ever, is just brilliant. She's not using, well, I don't know, but at least what she's doing on just IG alone is just brilliant, because she already know these people are gonna, you know, the squad will promote it for her. I'm sharing things on my platform. There's TVs, newspapers, articles writing about her. So she's just focused on IG. She already know those people gonna talk about it. She's not really spending that much money for airtime on TVs and things like that. They're already doing it for her. So that's just brilliant. Maybe the only thing she's spending time on, probably people who could put those videos together for her. That's what I would think. Alright, let me go through it so I don't get flagged and I don't have to keep on putting screenshot. Alright. Something like this is very high quality. It's short, okay, 24 seconds, but guess what? It takes time to put that together. Alright, so there's the close. The squad or something. Alright. It's time these haters move on. It's been 8 years of hate toward a woman they don't know. No one's forcing them to watch or listen to Meghan. They are obsessed either watching her every move just so they can keep hating her. I agree with everything you wrote. Those book ASS, bitter, big backed barracuda looking, that's the B word, just hates that our Duchess is so accomplished. How dare she be so beautiful, so loved, and so successful outside of that cesspool of jealousy and scandals we call the royal family. Alright, after this, oh, that's it. How anyone can mark Meghan for her as ever promo while simultaneously admiring those cringe-worthy seasons vids from KP last year is beyond me. At least the promo vid had a clear purpose, i.e. advertising a certain brand and aesthetic. The season's waffle was just incomprehensible. The Derangers, I don't know. They're gonna keep on hating. Next one, and I have one more. Alright, so there's Archie and Lili. Seeing Archie and Lilibet just being regular kids at Disney is everything. It is so lovely to see Harry and Meghan giving them a normal childhood where they can just have fun and stay grounded. They are going to grow up with such a great outlook on life, and I'm honestly so happy to see it. Alright, regular kids play with friends and have a family, grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, etc. Those poor children. This is a snapshot. This is a snapshot of their life. Remember, that was, I would assume this was during Mother's Day. Alright? So which means their friends, Archie and Lili's friends, they have their own parents, their own mothers. If they're, may God, bless them, those other kids to have their parents with them. So they were enjoying Mother's Day their own way. That was a family time. Alright, so there's that. Were they only visitors? No other crowds with them. Preferential treatment, hardly normal. Alright, you do whatever you want. I never been to Disneyland, either Florida or California. But from what I've heard, people who goes there, I even think they have hotel. You could rent hotel and stay at the thing and do whatever. So, I mean, these people will find ways to criticize. It could be just a day trip for them. Oh my God. Where's that other picture where I was showing they were synchronized? There were other people around there. And from my understanding, it's not cheap. So you're not going to see crowd like before, because the way the US is going with the economy, not everybody have money to spend like that to go to Disneyland like they used to before. Trump administration makes sure of that. All the crap people are saying when not one of you real knows who the kids play with. That's what I'm saying. Just made up stories in your head to feel better than them. Said hateful people. Yes, just like normal kids. Goodness, you write stupid. Okay, I don't need to finish with that. That's normal about isolation. I mean, do these people really, what? Mother's Day, this is a snapshot of just one moment. We do not see Miss Dovia in every picture Meghan put. Does that mean Miss Dovia is not there? The logic of these people is beyond me. Alright, let's finish with that. This is my last one. It's showing about privacy. What is that about? Okay, so alright, Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. Let's pause this. I think everyone has a basic right to privacy, basic right. And we're not talking about anything that anybody else wouldn't expect. Alright, so how long are these? 2 minutes. How long is this? 42. How long is that? 45. Alright, so let's play it.
Well, it's two things here.
That's part of the deal.
Two things here. I think everyone has a basic right to privacy. Basic, right? Mm-hmm. And we're not talking about anything that anybody else wouldn't expect. So if you're at work and you have a photograph of your child on your desk and your coworker says, "Oh my gosh, your kid's so cute, that's fantastic. Can I see your phone so I can see all the pictures of your child?" You go, "No, this is the picture I'm comfortable sharing with you." And then if they double down and say, "No, but you already showed me that one, so you have to show me everything." You know what, I'm just going to hire someone to sit in front of your house or hide in the bushes and take pictures into your backyard because you've lost your right to privacy because you shared one image with me. Mm-hmm. That's sort of the flawed argument and its operating mechanism that they're confusing people to think. I think life is about being able to share our stories and share parts of our lives that you're comfortable with. There's no one who's on Instagram or social media that would say, because I shared this one picture, that entitles you to have my entire camera roll. Go ahead and look through it. No one would want that. So it's about boundaries and it's about respect. They've created a false narrative. I've never talked about privacy. Mm-hmm. I think that's just a basic understanding.
Alright, let's listen to this one.
Nor should they be forgiven. The problem is, as you rightly said, they went to California for privacy because they didn't want to be part of the royal family goldfish bowl, and they've done the exact opposite. They've gone out of their way.
They didn't go to seek privacy, Tom. You know that. People have been over this time and time again. They went over there to avoid what was going on here in Britain. They never said that they wanted wanted privacy. They
Whoa.
wouldn't have signed a deal with Spotify, with Netflix, if they wanted complete total privacy. They wanted to protect their family on their terms.
Wow.
That's it. I'm sorry to hear this. Accurate. You look at the statement they made when they left in January 20.
I'm surprised they're correcting this idiot. I'm surprised.
2020, they said we want privacy. We don't want to be reported anymore. We don't like
This.
being.
Oh, Tom. How wrong you are. And we're going to read those statements. What did Meghan and Harry actually say? Because unfortunately we live in a time where people do not like to go read. They just read headlines. And they don't go and just read things for themselves, but yet they still want to have an opinion about something that they have not researched or read themselves. Isn't that amazing? So this is the post from their Sussex Royal Instagram. And I think this is what most people read when this first was revealed back in January of 2020. And it reads, after many months of reflection and internal discussions, we have chosen to make a transition this year in starting to carve out a progressive new role within the institution. We intend to step back as senior members of the royal family and work to become financially independent while continuing to fully support Her Majesty the Queen. It is with your encouragement, particularly over the last few years, that we feel prepared to make this adjustment. We now plan to balance our time between the United Kingdom and North America, continuing to honor our duty to the Queen, the Commonwealth, and this geographic balance will enable us to raise our son with an appreciation for the royal tradition into which he was born, while also providing our family with the space to focus on the next chapter, including the launch of our new chair.
It's not them who have said they want privacy. It's something that the tabloids have said about them that's latched on. They have taken steps when there have been blatant violations, unlawful violations of privacy. Of course, then we challenged it because that's in line with their values. But that doesn't mean just because you assert your human rights that you then become some kind of Trappist monk and take a vow of silence. You're not allowed to discuss anything. That's not how privacy works. Privacy is about the right to own and control what personal information you choose to share with somebody.
You're all over Instagram on a regular basis. It's my understanding that Harry's furious about that. He doesn't want his kids to be celebrities. If you take the gig of being a royal and living in palaces and never having to worry about paying for your meals or getting a GP appointment, the gig is, you know, there's a baby, here's the picture. I'm afraid you are a product. Whilst we didn't get a photograph of Archie for an official portrait coming out of hospital, which is a royal tradition, now we get a very intimate photo for the world to see 7 years later. As you said, it makes no sense. If they just said, you know, that's because it's all about privacy and yada yada, fine. But then, of course, no. Archie and Lili are all over Instagram on a regular basis. It's my understanding that Harry's furious about that. He doesn't want his kids to be celebrities.
Was there no expectation?
Oh my God. These people, they create their own interpretation. Alright? That dribble idiot in the top clip should take a garden leave. Sir, you don't like that family? Why talk about them? Find another verse. It's your understanding. What's the difference between your understanding and the actual facts? Okay, these people sound so unhinged. Yeah. What is all that? That's an ad, and this is extra. The last time I checked, Meghan was not tax funded by the struggling folks for her lifestyle. Whatever she wears, it's her money and her choice. Y'all should be thanking Meghan because of her. Y'all got jobs in the media space and able to tax fund y'all faves with that paycheck. Alright, so that's that. This was extra. Alright, so let's do a prayer. Let's keep society. There were some good tweets, good prayers that were coming out of it. I want to pick something that is very clear. Alright, so this one is not that clear and not too long as well. You know what, let me try to see if I could read it. Alright, God, thank you for sending your son to light the world. He guides my steps and leads me closer to you every day. Without your light, I will be lost in darkness. Use me as beacon to guide others to him. In Jesus' name, amen. Alright, so that is it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. Thanks for watching.